Washington, D.C., USA, November the 30th. Ani, dear mothers, making eye contact with your babies can synchronize brainwaves with them, which in turn makes them learn and communicate more easily, finds a recent study. Researchers from the University of Cambridge in England explain the brainwaves reflect the group-level activity of millions of neurons and are involved in information transfer between brain regions. The findings suggested eye gaze and vocalizations may both, somehow, play a role. The team examined the brainwave patterns of 36 infants, 17 inches the first experiment and 19 inches the second, using electroencephalography, EEG, which measures patterns of brain electrical activity via electrodes in a skull cap worn by the participants. They compared the baby's brain activity to that of the adult, who was singing nursery rhymes to the infant. In the first of two experiments, the baby watched a video of an adult as she sang nursery rhymes. First, the adult, whose brainwave patterns had already been recorded, was looking directly at the infant. Then, she turned her head to avert her gaze, while still singing nursery rhymes. Finally, she turned her head away, but her eyes looked directly back at the infant. The findings indicated that baby's brainwaves were more synchronized to the adults, when the adult's gaze met the baby's, as compared to when her gaze was averted. The greatest synchronizing effect occurred when the adult's head was turned away but her eyes still looked directly at the baby. The researchers explained that this happened because such a gaze appeared highly deliberate, and so provided a stronger signal to the infant that the adult intended to communicate with her. In the second experiment, a real adult replaced the video. She only looked either directly at the baby or averted her gaze while singing nursery rhymes. The researchers noted that brainwave synchronization was not just due to seeing a face or finding something interesting, but about sharing an intention to communicate. Lead author Dr. Victoria Leong said, "When the adult and infant are looking at each other, they are signaling their availability and intention to communicate with each other. We found that both adult and infant brains respond to a gaze signal by becoming more in sync with their partner. This mechanism could prepare parents and babies to communicate, by synchronizing when to speak and when to listen, which would also make learning more effective," Leong added. The results are published in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences Journal. Ani, this story has not been edited. It has been published as provided by Ani. For world news, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and for news updates download our news app.